Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to invite you for this presentation. My name is Maria. I'm from Yekaterinburg. And here you could read some information about me. I live in Russia, in Yekaterinburg, and work for more than 20 years in finance sector. Now I have a position of advisor for General Director of Gas Distribution Company in Sverdlovsk region. And I control some investment projects dealing with gas pipelines or liquefied natural gas and so on. And I had an experience of working in airline, and I traveled a lot. I visited more than 30 countries all over the world, and I know that everyone is looking for an opportunity to get additional income to his family budget. And when I work for my employee and create some business plans for investment projects, I started to create my own business plan for my family, for me personally, and my strategy is to build 10 apartments in my city and giving them to rent and having so-called passive income. First of all, you have to get an initial capital, and then you get in profit for this capital. But in order to buy an apartment in any city of Russia or Europe, you should have at least $100,000 or euros or 50,000. It's a huge amount, and not everyone can afford it. So I looked around, and I understand that today it's very easy to get some additional income when you work in internet, in a web society. So I noticed very interesting project last year. I started in April, and it's called QuestraWorld. What is this company is dealing with? It's an investment fund which dealing with investments, with operating somebody's money. This fund was registered in Republic of Cape Verde. It's Western Africa in Atlantic Ocean, not far from Senegal. It's 4 islands. And according to constitution of this republic, foreign investments are secured by government, and that is why our Atlantic Global Asset Management had received jurisdiction of Cape Verde and financial license of this country, because this government and bank society, they keep secrets of investors' names, and it's very convenient for those who do not want some police departments and tax inspections to check their incomes. Here the first persons of our fund, Antonio Rabal is the president, and Andrei Andreevich Abakumov is the chief executive officer. Andrei Andreevich Abakumov is a Russian person who lives in Cape Verde for more than 16 years, and he's a professor of mathematics and very clever man. We have all jurisdiction in Cape Verde, and you can check it you personally online if you put a link to the register of Chamber of Commerce of Cape Verde. You can easily find our tax number and license and all information about the president and chief executive officer. What's the main activities of Atlantic Global Asset Management? It's investment fund who collect money from corporate organizations and individuals. And it's trust management. You entrust your money to operate for professionals. You don't need to be a broker or a trader. You don't need to check loss and profits of forex on stock exchange and etc. You just give your money to professionals and they operate it. What do? They have four main directions. First of all, they started in year 2009 as a SFG group to buy debts from the bank. As you remember, in year 2008 it was a huge crisis, international crisis for mortgage, when people who buying property was borrowing from the banks and they could not afford to pay their bank credits, and this property was arrested by banks. So in European market, especially in Spain, it was a lot of properties which were put to the banks for just half of the market price or less. And our fund had bought these obligations, these debt obligations from the bank, and resell it with a good profit. What else they do? They have 25 professional brokers for stock exchange, for trading in shares of different companies. Let's imagine that our brokers and our traders on Monday morning, they decide to buy shares of Apple or Google or Facebook or whatever. They started from Hong Kong or Australia Stock Exchange. They buying some portion of these shares. Next, London Stock Exchange, our traders buying the same company, and afterwards in New York, our traders buying shares of the same company. On Tuesday morning, they started again. Hong Kong, London, New York. And on Wednesday, all market, on international stock market, they noticed that these shares are very popular. Then also starting to buy it, and stocks are rising. On Thursday and Friday, our company are selling. All traders selling these shares which they started to buy on Monday. So we received good profit and collect all money back and divide it. Part of profit to investors, to individuals, and part of profit to the company, to the fund. That's how they trade for stock exchange. Of course, some traders are dealing with currency, euro, dollar, forex. You know how it's popular. And today it's not a personal people who are trading in forex. It's robots for computer programs. They doing dirty work for forex. So our company also use these programs for buying and sell currency. Refinancing of companies. Our Atlantic Global Asset Management in June of 2016 has bought obligations of transatlantic Cape Verde airline. It was near bankruptcy, and they invest some part of money to put this airline on flights, on keep on going. And when they refinance their obligations, they put additional emission of shares into stock market and receive 300 or 500% of profit in a short period of time. So also they give us a part of profit. So how we cooperate? We cooperate with our investment fund as a partners. We have such a product as an investment portfolio. So just from 90 euro you can start to invest. And if from all over the world millions of people invest 90 euro, Global Asset Management receives a huge pool of money to operate on a stock exchange, on airlines, and so on. What you can receive every Friday on your investment portfolio. If you invest just 90 euro, you will get from 3 to 4 euro per week. It's small money, but someone have to start from small money. If you have a bigger pocket, you could invest more. But for beginning to start with, it's very convenient, just 90 euro. As for me, I had started from blue portfolio for 2,430 euro, and every week I received 115, 120 because the income every week different, so our profit every week different also, but never it was less than 114, because 25 brokers work in one team. One broker may lose on a week, but 24 get big profit. So we have no risk in trading with such a system. And I started in April 2016, and now I have portfolio black, and my income every week is 1,200 and more euro per week. So we receive our money in our web office on Friday evening, and on Saturday we can make it cash. It's very convenient. And of course the company is offering a portfolio for corporate companies and for rich individuals such as Jordan Belfort maybe. So starting from 100,000 euro, you could invite a company, incorporation or limited company to invest. And every week this person or company will receive around 6,000 euro profit, and it's our web office, it's allowed to send profit to other person or to other company or bank account. And we teach our partners how to divide cash flow and to pay less taxes. Because I know in United Kingdom and France, tax for profit is more than 35%. Even movie actors Depardieu asked for Russian citizenship in order not to pay taxes for his income for movie. And our company allowed all investors to share, to divide cash flow. Every portfolio has a certificate and individual number. We receive agreement for our investment in written form by mail. When you register, you put your home address, and within 2 or 3 months you will receive a contract. But if you wish to get it faster, you should pay 29 euro for express mail. Our partner is EcoBank. It's the largest bank in Africa, in such countries like Tanzania, Congo, Angola, and etc. All west coast of Africa has partnership with this bank, and it's 500 person in its leadership, in its I don't know how to say it. It's high position of this bank, divided among 500 person. It's not a private bank. It's a common society of Western African countries. And this bank is secure. It's paying huge attention to security of investors' information. Like in Switzerland, we have numbers of accounts without names, and no department of any country can ask whose account this or that. Our bank secured our investments. Also, we could fulfill our account by different payment systems such as OkPay, Advocash, Perfect Money, and Bitcoin, and of course Swift transfer. The next part of my presentation is QuestraWorld. It's an advertising broker for our investment fund, Atlantic Asset Global Management. And QuestraWorld is situated in Madrid, head office, and anyone can visit and talk to our general manager, Jose Manuel Gilabert. He visited Moscow for many times, and we talked to this person, and his only business to get information, get good information about our investment fund, and to open representatives all over the world. Of course, QuestraWorld has multi-level marketing model for business or network marketing, because it's very convenient for company not to pay for advertisement in television or internet, but to pay for people who are wishing to earn some money and who are wishing to develop together. We have two types of income: percentage from sales and bonus program. Your percentage for sale will rise together with your team sales. You are not alone to sell our investment portfolio. You are inviting your friends, your relatives to invest, and first level you will receive 5% of profit as an agent. When I worked in an airline, we are selling tickets for the airline, and we received 7% our profit for every ticket which we sold in our cashier box. So here the same. If you sell investors portfolio, you will receive your agents profit starting from 5% and then 7, 9 and more. Of course, if you have a huge team and someone invite newcomer, you will receive the difference between your partner and your level. It's a little bit complicated for those who did not see any network marketing program, but if you will have questions, I will explain. But now I will show you just in general information about marketing plan of company, and if you have question, I will answer you. So you started from 5%, and when you invite persons to invest more than 3,000 euro, you will go for the second level and you are already 7%. 25,000 euro, third level, you are 9%. And on this level, you will receive a bonus of 1,000 euro. Here you see it's a Questra points, QP, and it's very convenient for tax inspection. If you show your back office or web office to a tax inspector, he will see only QP, Questra points, and it's not obligatory to tell him that it's euro. Maybe it's rubles or yuan or any currency you like, but we know it's a euros. So when your total sales of all your team gets into 50,000 euros, you will get 2,000 bonus, and your level percentage of agent will rise to 10.5. When your team will invite investors for 100,000 euros, you will receive 5,000 euros bonus and 12% of income as an agent. And maybe in half a year time or in 1 year time, you will collect together with your team 500,000 euros, and you will receive 20,000 euros bonus, and your income will start from 13%, and so on. So we have statistics that for 8 months of the year 2016, totally paid to partners more than 10 million euros in bonuses and profits for agents percentage. Here you see how many people received 1,000 euros. It's 600 people, and only 2 persons received bonus for 500,000 euros. And you can understand that it's just beginning. The company just started and only few people had collected bonuses. So we are moving from one bonus to more and more and more. It's very easy business because you don't need to sell product. You sell service, and it's online business. From person to person, you can communicate by Skype or to send a video presentation to your partner in what country he lives, and it's very convenient. If he decided to register, you will give him your number, your personal link, and you receive a partner and receive a profit. All directors from the level of 500,000 euros are invited to Spain, to Madrid, for director's contract. And it's very convenient for person to communicate directly to our leaders, to top managers, and to create a strategy for the next year. and directors can participate in free loans. So from the level 8, when you receive a bonus of 150,000 euros, you can ask a credit for a new car or an apartment or villa for 5 years, and without any rent, without percentage, you will receive a loan. So QuestraWorld for me is a really very profitable project, and I opened office, a representative in Yekaterinburg, and this week on Friday I will fly to St. Petersburg, and we shall open a next office in St. Petersburg, and afterwards I will go to Kazan and Moscow, and I invite everyone to look closer to this project, because it's a really very easy business, and these amounts of bonuses some people received in a very young age, in 23, in 25, in 30, and even in 70. We had a partner from Kazan who received bonus 2,000 euros, and she was 72. When Jose Manuel noticed this lady in a leadership in Moscow, he was shocked that such age and such result. It's a great opportunity for everyone. And today I will give you a small show of our office in Madrid. Just a few minutes, and I will have pleasure to answer your questions. We have a question. If it is possible to buy a portfolio for Bitcoin? Of course, yes. Yes, it is possible to buy a portfolio for Bitcoin. I personally checked it myself. I put 15,000 rubles for Bitcoin and get it into Atlantic Asset Global Management Fund for my personal account, and I received about 270 euros. It took me about half an hour, but it's real. It works. Any other question? If you have questions in Russian, please do not hesitate and write it. I will answer in English, and it will be very useful to all our partners worldwide, because we have partners in more than 32 countries, and they are looking for information. And I'm glad that today we started just very beginning to speak English, to get English presentation. I hope we shall do it on a weekly basis. Every Tuesday, let us say. Helen said that I do not understand English, but I like what Maria is saying. Thank you, Helen. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, and see you next week. Somebody's writing. I shall wait for final question. Thank you. Yeah, it's really difficult to speak when you have a lack of practice. Many thanks. It was Irina Golubeva who asked me to prepare this presentation in English. We should thank Irina for my decision. Thank you, everybody, and see you next Tuesday. Bye bye.